Hey all, Hipper here. So today it is the Hipper we're taking out, and this is probably not the best map for Hipper, but it's one of the best ones for sure. And yeah, I don't know what the destroyer is doing, but there he is. The thing about this map here is that what I usually do is I push in as far as I possibly can right off the bat here, and then I find a nice cozy island to snuggle up to, and then I pretty much just deal with whoever wants to take that island away from me. And Hipper does that extremely well. It's such a threat. If you can get just across the middle of the map, like I do in this case here, and dig in somewhere, you're going to be like a real thorn in the enemy's side. So I am running Lucians on this cruiser here, like I always do, because I have an agile build on it, and that means I can go just about 37 knots. It's not very fast for a tier 7 cruiser, but it's fast for a Hipper class. Usually they go just around, I think, 30 knots. So it means that I can position much faster, and like I said before, that's key, especially on this map and some of the other more compact maps with lots of islands. If you can, like, get in there, do it fast, get into a nasty position, and you just force the red team to extract you like a tick. Yeah, that's going to take time and effort, and you're going to get a few kills also, unless you're very, very unlucky. So because this ship has really bad concealment, you're going to take fire on the way in, and if you saw, I lost my engine, which is also commonplace in Hipper, and that's pretty much the worst thing that can happen when you are making a play like this. Suppose I lost my engine again here, I would be just a sitting duck here in the middle of the cap, and I would be out of the game fairly quickly. But because I have an agile build, I can avoid the HE shells that are incoming, and I don't want to get hit by HE until I'm in cover. AP, of course, I also don't want to get hit by that, but it's less important at the moment. So you can see the Bismarck here is pushing. It looks like he is not going to turn around, so we'll just have to manage that somehow. And I don't have an awful lot of backup here over on this side here. I mean, obviously this move here, it works a lot better when you have battleship backup and possibly a destroyer as well, and just avoiding that salvo there. Again, agile builds come in very, very handy in situations like this. So now he's a broadside Bismarck, and he's just sitting there ready to get punished by me and whoever else wants to join in. And at the same time, I'm keeping that island between myself and the rest of his friends. So the Friesland and we can just pretty much get rid of him quite quickly. So you can see I'm almost down to no health, but that doesn't matter. Hipper is still a threat, like a massive threat, even at like 5% health, because I'm in the position I want to be in now. And if I had like 1 hit point left, doesn't really matter, because I'm here now and I have all my torpedoes ready, and just using my repair there because I don't want to sink. But as you can see, I got my position and the Friesland is capping. So we pretty much got this flank here locked at the moment. So I'm going to use my plane here, and I see so many people wasting their planes, and it's just such a problem because planes are super powerful. They're just so important, so please don't waste them right in the beginning of the battle. I'm just going to move in a little bit here because I'm getting fire from the middle of the map, and I got a whiff of a Vanguard here on the other side in the smoke somewhere, so I'm just going to try to set up a bit of a defensive position here so I can see if someone's coming around the corner, because that's what I want, obviously. These guys need to cap, and I don't know why the Friesland is taking so long. He's sitting right outside the cap instead of actually capping, and he's been doing that for quite a while, and it's not like I'm like I have all the time in the world here. It's been like 2 or 3 minutes he's been sitting there right outside the cap, not doing anything other than shooting at ships, and that's nice, of course, but I mean, a little bit of multitasking here. You can go another 100 meters forward and start capping, please. So we have the Vanguard, and he's pushing. And that's exactly, like I said, that's what we want here. And I've been repairing in the meantime, so I'm back to around, what is that, nearly 14,000 health, which means that I'm not such a pushover anymore. So we're just going to set up a very nice shot here, and there's no way this guy can avoid, because well, it's too late. And if you saw, he was shooting high explosives, and I'm not sure if I would do that in this situation. Usually I would on a Hipper, because hoping to take out his engine, but in that situation I probably would have taken AP, because he might have been able to sit it on me. Although the turtleback might have saved me, well, we will never know. So in the meantime, the Friesland has managed somehow, don't ask me how, he has managed, not, first of all, not to cap C. I don't even know how that's possible, because he was doing it before. And he's also managed to get himself killed, which is even more puzzling. I mean, sometimes the things that happen in this game here is just beyond belief. Because really, capping that C cap should have been the easiest thing in the world. He could have just like stopped firing while I was healing up and sitting there and putting off my plane and stuff. But yeah, honestly, I don't know what happened, and I'm not going to watch this video again to figure out what he did, because it's probably just going to make me angry. So the Suzuya is showing broadside, and that's a bad idea when you have a Hipper this close. So we're going to give him a bit of a lesson here. Very nice 4 citadels on him. Friesland is moving in, he doesn't have torpedoes, but I'm very low on health now, and I was kind of hoping that we would have this cap by now, and we should have this cap by now. Like I said before, I don't understand how we didn't get it, how the Friesland messed this up. But whatever. I will then personally take this cap here, and at the same time keeping these 2 ships at bay, because there aren't many friendlies over here to give me a hand. The Amalfi has come over here to join, which is perfect, and this is awesome. The guy has smoke, and he puts up a smoke screen here, and yes, this guy here, he probably saves perhaps not the game, but at least me in this situation here. So I am going to cap now, like I said before, like what the Friesland should have done, but didn't do for, yeah, reasons. So anyway, we're going to finish that, and then I caught a whiff of a Friesland on the enemy team as well, and those things don't have torpedoes, and all they have is a smoke to help them out. And I like to rush Friesland smoke in Hipper and scare the bejesus out of them. So that's my plan now. I just have to avoid all these Suzuya torpedoes here, and we finished capping finally here, like 10 minutes into the game, and the Suzuya has come out of hiding, and this is why I love Hipper. The guns are the most accurate on any cruiser, I think, and the ballistics are just amazing, and on top of that you get the most crazy AP damage. It's more than 6,000 per shell. So it's a really nasty ship at long range, and it's also an extremely nasty ship up close. At middle, it kind of struggles a little bit, so that's why I tend to glue myself to an island if I can. And it's not in the, gluing yourself to an island as in HE spamming. It's gluing yourself to an island in a strategic position that forces the enemies to take you on, which means that, just like I did in the beginning of this game here, if you can get into their part of the map, and preferably in front of the cap like I was, that means they have to deal with you, whether they like it or not. And usually dealing with a Hipper up close like that is a very bad idea. It doesn't matter how many ships you are, like they were like 3 or 4 ships. So even if they surround you and take you on from 2 sides at once, you have amazing torpedoes on each side of the ship, and yeah, it's very, very difficult. And with the sonar as well, there's no real surprising a Hipper, because you can't sneak up on it. I'll know when someone is within 5.6 kilometers of me, if I have a sonar ready, of course. And that makes it very, very hard to set up any sort of you know, unexpected rush or anything like that. So I was just spotted there for a brief second, meaning that I know roughly where the Friesland is. So I'm going to join up with this Amalfi here, because he doesn't have a sonar, but I do. I have a great sonar, the best sonar in the game. So the two of us together is going to be, well, a Friesland's worst nightmare, I guess. So again, I'm spotted, so again I can pretty much just guess where this guy is, and I'm just going to, like I said, hook up with the Amalfi here, and if we keep pressing on, sooner or later we're going to find this guy here. And as long as we are hunting him, he can't really do anything useful. It's pretty much game over for this guy here. He just doesn't know it yet, but it's just a matter of time. So there he is, and I've got my HE dialed in already, so we'll just take a nice shot here. And again, I just love the ballistics on Hipper. It's just a naturally accurate cruiser, and I love accurate ships. And keep in mind that I don't have any sort of accuracy build on this or anything like that. I don't even think I have the first dispersion module on the ship. I think I have the turret rotation actually, I'm not sure, but I think I do. And still, this ship here can hit an ant from the moon pretty much. It's just amazing. And of course, the AP is wonderful, and it's just a great ship, all in all. And it is my favorite Tech 3 cruiser, and probably my favorite cruiser in the game at this time. It wasn't always so. Hipper was actually one of the worst cruisers, I think, about a year ago, but then it got a slight buff to the reload about 6 months ago, or 8 months ago, I can't remember anymore, it's been a while. But that totally transformed the ship, and I just think it is a fantastic ship to play now. It's so much fun. One of the most fun ships you can play in this game, in my opinion. And of course you rely a lot on AP in this ship, and really, you don't really have to switch away from AP, I think. Only when you're facing bow tanking battleships, really, because even on destroyers the AP is actually is quite good. So I always keep AP loaded primarily, and like I said, if I'm facing bow tanking Shambao or something like that, I might switch to HE. But 90% of the shells, 80% maybe, should be AP in Hipper. And we're just gonna take the last cap here just for good measure, because who knows. But yeah, that is Hipper for you guys, and it's one of the, it's not the oldest cruiser in the game, but one of the oldest one. It was the first cruiser available when we first got a new nation, which was Germany back in 2019, I think. So it is it's been in the game quite a while, and not many people play it, which is, I guess I understand that, but it's great fun, so I highly recommend it. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll see you out there.